Hi, I'm Jill. We're going to show you how to do the knotted mohawk today. The Brighton has in. Can you show us? Thank you. I'm going to do it on Hallie's thin hair and McKennan's thick hair to show you a couple variations. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm starting with dry hair. I've curled her ends. It's not super curly, but just enough that it cooperates, and so I'm not fighting with the stick straight hair. And we have parted. I went from the outer corner of her eye, just straight back that way, and then again, outer corner this way, and we did a rectangle on top, so the sides and then the top. Tip your head this way. And so you can see the rectangle. Then I pulled this portion, I just went halfway between the part and her ear and pulled back. I covered the corner of the part so you don't see that corner part on purpose, and then pulled the second half just behind her ear, and then the third portion. So I've got 3 ponytails, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the top with the poof and the first knot. I start with just a teeny little section, just using my rat tail comb. And on the front, I don't tease on the front side at all, it's always behind it. And to tease, you just put your comb in and you make like a C or a half moon. I'm hairspraying the front and then combing it. You can use a brush, but I'm just taking out the very front little knots from the teasing so you can't see them, but there's still all that volume in there. So I'm going to leave out this little back portion. Kind of just take from here forward for the ponytail. I'll show you why in just a minute, but section it off. However, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's going to all be covered. And then I'm going to twist this just slightly and push forward so you can see the poof. So we're going to add an elastic now. They're going to dance in this hairstyle, so I want it really secure. So when I put in the elastic, I'm going to actually pull back on this poof so I can keep the volume while I'm putting in the elastic. Now I'm going to push it back forward. And I should have most of the same volume that I had before. And then I'm going to take a bobby pin and pin it. We're going to start the knotting. This little teeny section that I left out of the first ponytail, I'm going to use this to cover that elastic, that first elastic. I'm going to go right over left every time, so I don't have to remember what order. I go right over left, and then I just use my finger to hook it through and then tie. I'm going to add the hair to that very first poof ponytail to either side. So I've got half on the right, half on the left, cross, right over left, and then pull through. In a knot. I want this knot to cover the elastic. Adding hair from this ponytail, cross right over left, pull through, pull tight. Now see, this time I've got a good inch of space between those knots and the ponytail, the next ponytail, so I'm going to do another knot in between. So right over left, hook through, tie, add hair. Okay, I'm going to add an elastic, but I want to kind of loosen some of this before I get it too tight. So I'm going to just kind of pull these out just a little bit so they're a little bit poofy. I'm going to take this, and there's this little sweet spot around this bottom ponytail. I'm gonna wrap it around just like I would a bun, just on this bottom one. So just take the knots, keep going, wrap it around, and then I'm gonna pin it. These are looking pretty fun, pretty good, but I do want their offset of the elastic, so I'm just gonna pull that over the elastic and just pin it in. So it hides that elastic, but then still keeps the knotted look. So that's it on the knotted braid for a thin texture. Now we're gonna get McKenna and show you how to do it when your hair's super thick and long. So I'm going to show you just a little bit different on the knotting with the super thick hair. Now I'm going to start with the little piece underneath, and we're just going to cover this first elastic. So right over left, I just hook my finger around it to pull it through. So we're going to cover that elastic. Now we're going to add hair from this poof ponytail, the very top one. I just section it, add it to either side, so we've got two pieces. Right over left, just use my finger to hook it through, tie the knot. So this knot is right next to this elastic, so I don't need to do an extra one in between. We're gonna go ahead and add hair, but since her hair is so thick, I'm not gonna add all of it into this knot, just because then it gets the knots thicker faster, and then I had it almost like a tree or a triangle effect. So we're gonna split it in half, just like we did the last one. Cross right over left, pull through, pull it up. Now I'm gonna add the rest of the hair from that ponytail. Pull them in, tuck them under, and then we're going to go ahead and pin. The first couple pins are going to be more for security than they are for aesthetics. Crisscross them so they're nice and tight in there. If you're still a little nervous about it staying in with it being so thick, you can take whatever hair color elastic you have and you can wrap it around. Just make sure that it goes in between the knot portions, so it's like completely hidden, so you can't even see that I did that with McKenna. Okay, so that's the knotted mohawk. Thank you, McKenna, for letting us play with your thick, gorgeous hair. And please hashtag your recreations so I can see them on Instagram. Hashtag #JEHatknottedMohawk. And thanks for watching.
Give us a big thumbs up if you liked our hairstyle.
Okay, bye.
Bye.